Hello and welcome to Drive-In Double Feature Podcast. I'm Nathan,
I'm Ryan.
and this is the podcast where we talk about two movies a week every Tuesday and Thursday. But before we get into this week's episode, be sure to check out our Patreon over at patreon.com/Drive-In Double Feature Podcast. We have some fun conversations over there, games, and that's only for $5 a month, but no main show content is locked behind Patreon. But getting into this Tuesday's episode, we're back at it again with Full Moon with Shadowzone, directed by J.S. Cardone. Um, this technically isn't a Full Moon movie just because the name isn't under Full Moon Productions, but they this was their
That
second
pretty much is.
it is, yeah, because now it's released under Full Moon. It was their second movie after Puppet Master, which is funny. So we're kind of going through the Full Moon
We're just gonna
Full
go like in
Mooniverse.
order.
Oh God, I don't want to go to the Ginger Dead Man. Like that's gonna be that's gonna be miserable when we get there. Or the other
Well,
evil
I mean,
bongs.
what about Trancers?
Now Trancers, I'm down for Trancers. So it- you know what? Never mind. I take it all back. We can get to Trancers. They're one shining light. Except for maybe Shadow Zone. Let's see. Shadow Zone was released in 1990, and it stars Louise Fletcher. Oh my God, what a
Hmm.
fall! What a fall from grace for her. We've already talked about this because she just shows up in B movies. But she gets an
He shows
Oscar.
up in a lot of B movies.
Yeah, she gets an Oscar, and then her career after that is just like, yeah, I'm gonna be in like some sci-fi weird movie. I'm actually surprised she's even in this, but it also has James Hong in it too, who is kind of notable. Also the I got the I don't have his name. Miguel Nunez, that's right, who I remember
It was
from.
Joanna Man.
Yeah, well, I remember him from actually, never mind. I could have sworn. What movie am I thinking of? Because no, he's DJ in Street Fighter. That's
Right, right,
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I know him from. I was like, oh yeah, from the Street Fighter movie. Um, this movie starts off really like fast, I guess. We right as the start of the movie, we get into the plot of a military man coming into this research center that's underground, and what they're doing is they're researching dreams, or just like the dream state. And somebody has died. So, because it's funded through the government, he has to go through and make sure everything is safe before he has to shut it down. Which is an interesting idea for a plot. I do think something's there. I will say this movie from the outset feels a little more elevated than a full moon movie. Like maybe like a bigger idea is here. Like maybe in better hands with a bigger budget, this could actually be something very, very interesting.
It's not as shallow as other full moon movies.
Yeah, it's ripping off two movies here. It's ripping off of off of
Alien.
Alien Altered State, a little bit in there, and then I always hear Life Force is the other thing it rips off of. But maybe just like the main
I
woman's
don't know if I
naked
would
the
say
whole
that,
time. People are just
but
like,
maybe that. Yeah.
yeah, the nudity part of it. But even then, it's not as egregious as Life Force, where she's just walking around naked. She's like asleep in a pod naked the whole movie. Um, but I guess right off the bat, I think it starts interesting, and maybe it just this one's a bit slow. Don't you agree? It is a very slow movie.
It's a very slow movie. It takes a lot for action to get started, and once the action we do get, I don't think is very satisfying, to be honest. And
Hmm.
I there's a lot of just like talking scenes. Like for like a movie that's like I'm thinking it's gonna be like you said, it's just gonna be like an alien ripoff. People are getting like
Hmm.
snatched and like mutilated or whatever, which is what happens, but I feel like we never see any of that stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, it does the classic full moon thing of cutting away from anything that costs money, which sucks because there are some glimpses, and I'll just say there is a monster in this movie. When you see it, it's actually really cool. It's like this weird, gross, messy, like animatronic they made or something, but you see it for like a minute. maybe with the big villain of the movie. And that is such a disappointment to wade through such a long experience just to see like not even a final 10, 20 minutes of a movie. A movie with a slow burn needs that like final moment to be really action packed. This we don't get that here.
Yeah. Oh, and this movie's also ripping off Thing. That's the other one I thought of because it's doing like
Mhm.
the imposter thing.
Yeah, that is actually really true. It's ripping off a lot, so that's why it's a little more elevated than the normal full moon picture. Uh, but yeah, I think there. I wish the performances were a bit more fun. James Hong is like he's interesting, but I guess he
German?
dies, huh?
He's like doing some type of like German accent. Did you notice
Yeah,
that?
I did not actually, so I didn't
He's
even
like,
catch that.
he's like, oh yes, we must get to the like. I felt like he was trying to do a German accent.
Interesting. Yeah, I did not even get that. I mean, I'm looking at the cast list now. His name was Dr. Van Fleet, which is like he's that's not an Asian last name, so I don't know that maybe he's going for a German thing. Um,
I like that's what they were trying to do, make him into like a German character.
Gotcha. Interesting. Maybe like an evil scientist, because the idea is that everybody down in this bunker that's testing on these people, they're kind of cold and like almost like they haven't been around humans a lot.
Yeah.
Um, and like very standoffish. Um, Mainly because they don't explain it well. The idea is that they can take them into a really deep dream state. This a guy and this girl within a pod. But if they take it up too high, they'll die. And but they want to take it up that high, but to hide it from this guy that does come in, they do have to like kind of go around it and be like, you know what, bring up the level to 31.5, not 32. But the government guy, he's like really thorough and he's like, no, I need to see it at the level where the guy died at. Um, yeah, maybe like because like as I'm saying it, it's interesting. It's just not very energetic.
Eh,
There's no energy.
No, no, it's just a very like it's supposed to be like sci-fi horror,
Yeah,
but it's very dull, I thought. I mean, it's just
yeah,
kind of like we don't really get enough of the monster scene. Like we get a lot of scenes of them just kind of like, oh, I wonder where that monster is type of thing. And just
yeah.
and then like anytime like a kill's about to happen, like you said, it just cuts away or like it'll be like someone going, ah, and just like doing like an extreme close up on their face or something.
Kind of like
Or
a
like
horror TV show in a way.
right, or like the one female scientist that gets murdered and you can see for like a second like that evil monkey or whatever, like the evil mutilated monkey looking thing.
Yeah, yeah, and it just doesn't like it doesn't work effectively because like that's good. I think there's good ideas here like that where she really loves her test monkeys that she has there, and she one guy finds the monkey and it's the real monkey, and she finds a monkey and she thinks it's the real
But
monkey.
that's fun. That's funny. Like, and they call her on the mic. It's like, oh no, the monkey's here, and she's like, oh, you
Yeah,
just
yeah. And then somehow this entity knows, like, okay, now's my time to reveal myself and kill
yeah.
her.
It's like he was listening into this phone. He was like wiretapping into this phone conversation.
He's like, all right, I can kill her now.
He's got like
Uh,
his little headphones on.
and then he throws it off really quickly so she
Yeah.
doesn't catch it. Yeah, which I think is a funny reveal. Just maybe not effective.
Did you notice there is a returning actor from a recent movie we watched?
Who?
The cook, Cutter.
Who was Cutter?
It was Juice from Circuitry Man, like that big female mob boss.
Oh, I thought she looked really familiar. I was like, I think I was sure we had covered her before. Like, you know, like she had been on the show before, but I didn't realize that soon.
Yeah, it was fairly soon. Yeah, we
Wow.
were. It was just kind of like, oh yeah, that's Juice, and that's all I kept thinking about. It was just like, her name is Juice,
Yeah, yeah, she's Juice. That's like her actress name. Um, yeah,
but
no.
it's not on her. It's not on her IMDb top four though.
Oh, it's not. What is?
It's she's known in Starman as Roadhouse Waitress
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and
Classic.
Princess. Princess Academy. She plays Fraulein Stinkenschmidt.
Oh my God.
She's Annie. She's Annie in Mrs. Pugh,
Okay.
and
Oh,
and she was in the movie. Uh-huh.
so she's an Annie, so she is in a big movie.
Yeah, and of course she's in Blank Check as
Oh wow.
U Udowitz.
I don't. I'm if we watch Blank Check.
Remember, remember that character Udowitz?
Oh,
I
she's
was like,
so funny. That was like one of the five older women that kissed the little boy in that movie.
this little boy gets kisses by grown women,
Yeah, he has like a grown woman harem or something. It's really odd.
and
Let's
then
just
anime does it, and it's not an issue. But anyway,
yeah, yeah, exactly. No worries there. Um, yeah, her character is like a chef character, which I feel like could have been funnier. But maybe this movie needed to lean into being like goofier because it takes itself pretty seriously.
that's kind of what I feel like. They're really like, it feels like they're trying way too hard to make this like a serious movie, being like, oh my God, like this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Like
No,
we have to play this totally straight, but because I mean, even in Puppet Master, there was like some moments of comedy in there.
yeah, it knew what it was, and I mean, like at least Puppet Master has a little more action to it. You got to see these puppets, and that's what you go for. And I think Shadowzone here, you look at the cover and everything, you're here to see that monster they're building up, and we just don't. It doesn't deliver because I guess I didn't explain that. Whenever they go into this dream state, I guess the world of the dreams escapes, and it's like an entity that wants to take everything with it, just kind of kills everything trying to get back into the dream world. It does not want to go into the dream world. That's kind of what I got out of, or sorry, it doesn't want to stay out of the dream world. It wants to stay in. So he's just trying to get in there. And it's an extremely smart being. It even makes a deal at the end of the movie and talks through the computer, which is, can you believe that? Talking through a computer? That's crazy.
I I wouldn't know what to do first thing and talking to computer.
Yeah, I do think it's funny that in like the 90s, it's like a like an AI bot or something. It's like, how are you? What do you want? kind of prompts. Um, but yeah, I love that this entity, and I guess it can like shrink extremely small. So that's how it's like gets around and how they get around showing it is making deals. It's like, I'll give you the girl in the pod that's asleep right now if you let me back into the dream world. Um, and I don't know. I guess it's weird. Whenever I see these big actors, like maybe like Oscar winners or Oscar nominees in these movies, they tend to be in really small parts, but Louise Fletcher is actually a main player, and she's in almost pretty much the whole movie.
She's in it till the very end, pretty much, and she's the last person to get killed.
Yeah, and I mean, I won't say she's good or anything, but
No,
I find her character interesting that she's just so like mean almost, and is just could care less and is really focused on being a scientist,
I
closest to a
mean
cheesy villain.
the nicest thing you could say is that she's like the best actor in the movie, which is not saying a lot, but
Not saying a lot, but it is true. Yeah. God, it's such a hard movie to dig into because I'm not gonna lie, I may be tuned out a little bit because there is a lot of like talking and
techno
doing
jargon.
nothing. And tech,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, techno jargon explaining this dream thing. And the techno jargon makes no sense at the end of the day. At the
Right.
end of the day, I didn't get it too well.
So I mean, like its transformations, it would transform into like their worst fears, right?
Yes, yeah.
And so does that mean like the one girl, she loved her test monkeys, but he turned into like a deranged monkey, and it's like, so is she afraid of monkeys or just like afraid of the fact that her monkey would turn into something like that?
That's what I'm thinking is that she's scared that a monkey could become that. I don't know. I guess you're right. That is weird. And that gets really detailed, right? Isn't it like the guy who plays DJ? His worst fear was specifically like somebody from elementary school that like bullied him or something, and then
Hmm.
that's what it became, but nobody knew. And then I think all of a sudden one character was like, oh yeah, wasn't he scared of this one person from, he told me that was his biggest fear, which seems a little odd.
Had zero build up to it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um,
well, because I mean, like even when he dies, he's just like he's banging on a door, like let me in, and they don't let
mhm.
him in for whatever reason, and then he's just like looking off to the side. We don't see what it is. He's just like, oh no, oh no, oh, and then
Yeah.
he gets dragged off screen, and then you just see like blood shoot out.
Yes, yeah. That's so that's such a cop out. That's so boring. I want to see this stuff. Like you can cut away sometimes for effect. I don't think that's a bad thing, but this is clearly like we don't want to spend the money on doing this, so we will not show it. And I really did like the design at the end when they do show off what it looks like. It's like it's like gooey. It reminds me of The Fly almost. And like if I saw more of that, and maybe if the thing had more tension, because the thing is a good comparison because it's like an unknowing being just kind of around and they don't know what it is or who it is. But this just lacks tension. So I think Shadowzone, I think we can repeat it over and over again, just isn't a very good movie. I don't think it's bad on a technical level. I think an idea is there. It's just kind of uninteresting. And that's the worst thing a movie can be.
Yeah, well, I mean, especially for like a studio like Full Moon,
Hmm.
which is known for its puppetry and animatronics or what have you.
Hmm.
They use a lot of practical effects. It's just like I kind of felt ripped off a little bit because it's like I was wanting a little bit more craziness. I wanted more puppets. I wanted
Hmm.
more animatronics, and we got little glimpses of it. Not enough to
Yeah.
be totally satisfied, I would say.
Yeah, but I will say it's their second movie, so maybe they were trying to figure out the
No
footing.
excuses.
No excuses. Okay, yeah, Charles
Ding.
Band sucks. The ding for Shadowzone. Will Cinema Sins ever cover Shadowzone?
I
Uh,
hope so.
yeah. Oh, and it's got cheesy music done by Richard Band, Charles Band's brother. So it has
And
that.
nepotism. Ding.
Yeah, no, it's okay that way. I've seen Richard Band in real life, which is kind of crazy to me that he's doing signatures at
Oh,
conventions.
what? So if you saw him today, what would you say? Would you mention Shadow Zone to him?
Now I would have to. Now I'd be like, what was it like composing for Shadow Zone? I don't remember. Shadow Zone? Talk to me about Evil Bong 420666, please. That was my best work.
My Marconi. I mean, that's the one people say compare me to.
Yeah, well, okay. So if I were to ask him about any movie, it'd probably be Trancers.
Just like, did he really slick his hair back?
Oh yeah, and he just knows
Did
all of his lore.
uh, did Helen what was Helen Hunt like?
There we go. That's a better question. Even though he was probably just somewhere else after the movie got made, do you think Charles Band gives him lets him meet the stars? I'm putting that
Oh,
quotation
100%.
the stars. He got to meet
100%. He Richard's probably just like hanging out in the back, like at catering, just like munching down on some like a
oh
bagel or something like that, and
oh
just
Helen Hunt.
uh,
You're
uh,
gonna get an Oscar one day, I'm telling you.
uh, just that blue hair is gonna make you a star.
And guess what? It did. Wow.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Wow. So I guess this is another dud for Full Moon. I feel like I mean like we've covered a couple of good ones, couple bad ones. Um, Pet Shop being one of the better ones, one of the best ones, honestly. Um,
That's sad.
yeah,
Eh,
yeah, you're right. Um,
Yeah.
but do we
I
need go ahead?
no, I don't really. I mean, I don't have anything much else to add other than just it's not very good. It's not very interesting. I was a little bored
Me too.
throughout most of it.
That I hate to
And
use the word that they tell people never to use about a movie, but it is a boring movie, plain and simple.
yeah, so I would definitely say this is not a recommend for me. There's probably way better full moon movies to watch, like one being Trancers.
Transit Puppet. I'd say watch Puppet Master over this.
Well, I would 100% have watched Puppet Master again over this.
Yeah. No, Shadow Zone is a big no-go. You don't have to watch this one. You're really not going to get anything out of it.
Uh, send this to the Shadow Realm.
The Shadow, I don't get it.
Oh, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
Oh my God, I love Yu-Gi-Oh. I like the Charmander one.
That's right, Joey
Uh-huh.
Wheeler.
Joey Wheeler. And then the ska song that plays at the intro of the movie. I'm thinking of Digimon the movie.
You're thinking,
Yeah, I'm mixing it all up today. No, no, I know what Yu-Gi-Oh is. I'm not a loser, okay? Or am I a loser because I
okay,
know what Yu-Gi-Oh is?
okay, Nathan.
I'm not a loser.
All right, Nathan, you're cool,
Okay,
I
but
guess.
I'm cool enough to know when to end this episode. So that wraps it up for today. But Ryan, what are we covering on Thursday?
Nathan, we're going to be talking about the movie Miami Connection that is streaming over on Tubi right now.
Awesome. Well, I am excited to cover that one. And be sure to email us at driveanddoubleFeaturePodcast@gmail.com and like, subscribe, upvote, whatever you guys do, wherever you're listening from. I'd love to, it really helps us out in the end. But until next time.
Until next time.